Now, I know we all think of vitamin D as the bone vitamin, but did you know it's got superpowers beyond just that? Imagine a vitamin that not only strengthens your bones but also helps prevent cancer, boosts your immune system, keeps your heart healthy, and even lifts your mood. Sounds too good to be true? Well, that's the reality of vitamin D. And if you've ever heard about winter depression or seasonal affective disorder, you might already know the advice about taking vitamin D supplements when the sunlight fades. There's actually solid science behind that. Today, we're going to dig into what this powerful nutrient really does for your entire body. So by the end, you'll see vitamin D as a daily essential, not just a winter fix. So what exactly is vitamin D doing behind the scenes to keep us healthy? Well, vitamin D is what we call a fat-soluble vitamin. That means it's stored in your body and plays a big role in regulating everything from your immune response to your muscle function. It works at a cellular level, binding to vitamin D receptors in cells all over your body. This one nutrient can signal immune cells to fight infections, tell your brain to release mood-stabilizing hormones, and even support your heart by keeping blood vessels healthy. But here's the catch. Without enough vitamin D, a lot can go wrong. Today, we'll go through the lesser-known benefits of vitamin D one by one. I'll explain the role of vitamin D in each process and what can happen if levels drop too low. Trust me, after this, vitamin D will be high on your health priority list. So, let's kick things off with the immune system because that's where vitamin D really starts to shine. Think of vitamin D as a coach for your immune cells. You've got these cells called monocytes and macrophages, fancy names I know, that are like your body's frontline soldiers. Vitamin D binds to receptors on these cells, and suddenly, they're way better at fighting off anything that doesn't belong. Bacteria, viruses, you name it. It's like giving your immune system a real power boost. Now here's the flip side. When your vitamin D levels drop, that coaching isn't there. Your immune response can go a bit sluggish. It's like sending out the second string instead of the all-stars. People with low vitamin D levels are more prone to catching colds, and worse, it can even lead to chronic inflammation. That's when the immune system starts turning on itself, which is where autoimmune issues can come in. So, if you're looking to stay healthy year-round, especially in winter, vitamin D is the way to go. Alright, let's talk heart health. Now, most people don't think of vitamin D when they think about heart health, but here's the deal. It plays a huge role in keeping your blood vessels in top shape. Vitamin D supports the cells that line your blood vessels, called endothelial cells. These cells help regulate blood pressure and keep blood flowing smoothly. And get this, vitamin D even helps keep your arteries nice and elastic so they don't stiffen up over time. But when your vitamin D is low, you're missing out on all that support. Without enough of it, blood pressure can start creeping up, arteries can stiffen, and that increases your risk for heart disease. Studies have shown that people with low vitamin D levels are at a higher risk for cardiovascular issues. So yeah, maybe some sunshine or a supplement isn't just about feeling good. It could actually keep your heart ticking along a lot smoother, improves mood, and reduces depression. Now here's where vitamin D really lives up to its nickname, the sunshine vitamin. Vitamin D plays a big role in regulating mood by influencing hormones like serotonin, which keeps us feeling balanced and happy. There's even some evidence that it helps with dopamine, the hormone that's tied to motivation and reward. So when you're getting enough vitamin D, it's like a natural mood booster right there in your system. But what happens when your vitamin D drops? Well, this is where that whole concept of winter depression or seasonal affective disorder comes in. Less sunlight means less vitamin D, which can mess with your mood-regulating hormones. Studies show that people with low levels of vitamin D are more likely to feel symptoms of depression, and not just a little drop in mood. We're talking full-on clinical depression in some cases. So, if you're feeling those winter blues, a little vitamin D might just be the pick-me-up your brain needs. Vitamin D is also crucial when it comes to keeping your muscles strong and functioning properly. Here's why. It helps transport calcium into the muscle cells, which is essential for muscle contraction. So without vitamin D, your muscles just can't work as efficiently. It also plays a role in muscle repair and growth, helping to prevent weakness and fatigue. But if you're low on vitamin D, things can start to go downhill. Weakness, muscle cramps, and even a decline in physical performance can creep in. This is especially true for older adults, where muscle weakness from low vitamin D can increase the risk of falls. So keeping those levels up isn't just about strength, it's about staying active and mobile. Vitamin D also plays a surprising role when it comes to managing weight. It helps improve insulin sensitivity, which means your body can use glucose more effectively rather than just storing it as fat. Plus, it regulates leptin, a hormone that signals to your brain when you're full. So, by supporting these processes, vitamin D can actually help with appetite control and metabolism. But here's what happens when vitamin D levels are low. Insulin sensitivity drops, making it easier for your body to store fat, especially around the belly. On top of that, low vitamin D can lead to more cravings, making it harder to stick to a healthy diet. So, if you're trying to manage your weight, keeping your vitamin D levels in check can really make a difference. Vitamin D also steps in to help manage blood sugar, which connects back to its role in maintaining a healthy weight and supporting muscle function. It boosts insulin sensitivity, which helps your body manage glucose effectively. Plus, vitamin D is involved in how the pancreas releases insulin, so it's like a support system for both insulin production and how well your body responds to it. When vitamin D levels are low, though, insulin sensitivity drops, making it harder for the body to keep blood sugar in check. Over time, that can increase the risk of type 2 diabetes. So, from muscles to metabolism to blood sugar control, vitamin D is like a multi-tool for keeping the body running smoothly. Vitamin D is especially crucial during pregnancy, where it works to support both the mother and the developing baby. It helps with the formation of the fetal skeletal system and boosts the immune function of both mom and baby. Having enough vitamin D during pregnancy also lowers the risk of complications like preeclampsia and gestational diabetes, making it a key player in a healthy pregnancy. But when vitamin D levels are low, it can lead to issues. Low levels are linked to a higher risk of preterm birth, low birth weight, and even a weaker immune system for the newborn. So, in a way, vitamin D is like a protective shield, supporting the body and promoting a safe, healthy pregnancy. Another incredible role vitamin D plays is in defending against respiratory infections. It boosts the production of antimicrobial peptides in the respiratory tract, which act like the body's natural defense against viruses and bacteria. These peptides help keep the airways clear of infections, which is especially useful during cold and flu season. When vitamin D levels are low, that line of defense weakens, making it easier for respiratory infections to take hold. This is why people with low vitamin D are often more prone to getting colds, flu, and even more severe respiratory conditions. So vitamin D isn't just a winter supplement, it's a year-round guard for your respiratory health. Vitamin D also plays a significant role in brain health, which ties into its mood-boosting and protective effects on the body. It supports brain function by reducing oxidative stress and inflammation, two factors that can contribute to cognitive decline as we age. Vitamin D is also involved in neurotransmitter production, which means it helps keep brain signaling pathways healthy and strong. Low levels of vitamin D can lead to cognitive issues, particularly as we get older. Studies even link low vitamin D to a higher risk of dementia and Alzheimer's. So, just like vitamin D supports the muscles and immune system, it's also looking out for your mind, helping keep your memory sharp and your brain resilient. Finally, vitamin D might even help lower the risk of certain cancers. It's involved in cell growth regulation, which means it can help keep abnormal cell growth in check. Vitamin D encourages healthy cell turnover and can trigger apoptosis, which is the process where damaged cells self-destruct before they can turn into something harmful. This is especially relevant in cancers like colorectal cancer, where studies show that higher vitamin D levels are linked to a lower risk. On the other hand, when vitamin D levels are low, the body's ability to regulate cell growth weakens, and abnormal cells are more likely to proliferate unchecked. So, having enough vitamin D is like giving your cells a little extra protection against the risk of cancer. It's just another way that this vitamin goes far beyond supporting bones. So we've covered a lot here today. Vitamin D isn't just your go-to for bone strength. It's involved in everything from immune defense to heart health, mental clarity, and even cancer prevention. Each of these benefits connects back to vitamin D's ability to work at the cellular level, keeping our systems balanced and resilient. When vitamin D levels drop, the whole body can feel it, whether it's weakened immunity, a heavier mood, or even something as serious as a higher risk of diabetes or heart disease. That's why making sure you're getting enough vitamin D through safe sun exposure, food, or supplements if needed, is more than worth it. It's about supporting your entire health foundation. Thanks for sticking with me through these powerful benefits. If this was helpful, please like and subscribe for more health insights. And if you have any questions or want to share your own experiences with vitamin D, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you.